game ready, steady aim at the target. I'm flooding the market, a break from the garbage. An artist, sensitive about mind pardon. No margin for error, flawless be rarer. The black cat goddess, you walking with a panther. Painting these pictures with words like...
Hey, it's your girl, Madam Money, aka Trap, and welcome to the official Salt in the Game album review of Rasheed Chappell's Sinners and Saints. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and let's get it. Now, I told you at the beginning of the year, like, I was really impressed by Ways and Means. Like, it kind of like came out of the blue and got me really involved into what Rasheed Chappell does. Now, since like he's linked up with Trust, I knew another project was gonna come out because 38 really lets the artists work. They work and they drop multiple projects a year. So I was anticipating another project from Rasheed Chappell because he was the only one that dropped off the radar a little bit during this time period. Everybody else has put out multiple projects, you know. Chez Noir, everybody has put out multiple projects. So I kind of knew that something else was gonna come on because that's just not how they move over there at Trust. So I do definitely appreciate that. This was executive produced by BuckWild. He's coming off of Fully Loaded. Music is My Religion. He dropped, well, on streaming now is his intro project. And he also dropped Abandoned Beats and Essential Beats, which I'm in a toss-up right now trying to get, you know, everybody in the Salt in the Game ciphers to spit over one of BuckWild's beats off of those two projects. But let's get into this album review. Now, it starts off with a track called Tour Bus featuring 38 and Chez Noir. Now, 38, he really just says a speech at the end of this, and it kind of was reminiscent of what Rasheed Chappell did on the intro to Ways and Means. Like, that started off with a toast, so I liked how, you know, 38 just rounded this whole like thing out for me personally, and just telling you everything that's involved. Chez Noir, though, I really respect what she has done this year. And if you're not familiar with her, get familiar with her. But you have to think about all the work she actually has done this year too. Just to be honest with you, on here she says, "Bitch, we both bleed, but don't compare us." That's some shit I say all the time. You feel me? Like, we both bleed, bitch, but you feel me? You ain't as hard as a kid. You feel me? I also say that God got my period in reverse. I'm always nice, like, just once a week. Feel me? That's that gritty shit. But what Chez Noir does on this track just made me remember, like, okay, she put out Juno, she put out one of the top albums of the year, As God Intended, but her features for this year have been so strong. She's on both views with Flea Lord on Loyalty and Trust too. Strings of Pain, Huntsler's Pageant, Opera Show off of Cashmere Corners with Playing in Asia, 2K20 off of Modest Pair with El Camino. And it's just like, yo, I don't think anybody's been working as hard as her this year. She also supposed to drop After 12 next month. Trust is going on this long run of just everybody is dropping project after project after project, and I'm definitely here for it because I appreciate everything that they do over there. So, you know, that was dope. But I want y'all to tell me, like, what is Chez Noir's best feature for this year? Like a feature, not nothing off her album, but a feature of hers for this year. The next track on here is Sinners and Saints, featuring Chantrell Giggs, spitting a verse from behind bars. Now, this was mad hard and hot to me, and it made me actually research Shorty a little bit. She's a poet. She's been through, you know, a couple things, whatever. I'm not gonna put all her shit out there like that, but you feel me, just to sit there and see somebody with the time and the intensity and come and like spit what she was saying in one take, like, no mess ups, no flubs or nothing, like dog, like, that's somebody like we all do need to watch out for. Rasheed Chappell himself, he says on here that, you know, like, when she come out, like, you feel me, you need to get her in the booth, and that's something that I would definitely like to see just from this little excerpt of the shit that she was saying on here. Is really hard. Next track on here, Rock Bottom featuring Ransom. You know, this is one of these tracks that just lets you know that Rasheed Chappell, he's always been like community conscious and streetwise in his rhymes. All right, and this is something that just, it has always been when it comes down to it. If you look into his past works and all the projects that he has put out, he is very, you know, up there when it comes down to just seeing and saying what he's seeing is going on. I do appreciate that. Ransom holds it down, that's always on here. You know, newest member of Trap's Ransom is out there just doing his thing on here. Just a powerful, thoughtful verse. So it's just really, really dope what was going on this. Next track on here, Mass Media. I believe this was like the first single that they leaked off of the project. Rasheed Chappell and BuckWild. You know, and these type of beats shows Rasheed's versatility, because like he's like a true student of the game, so he could take like an older style beat and not sound out of place, and he could take a newer type thing going on, something very current, and not sound out of place. And I definitely appreciate this. Just like it's just this level of consciousness throughout this whole album, you feel me? So it's not nothing like, not a bar wasted on no bullshit on this album. Everything is conscious and conscious orientated on here. The next track on here, Crime and Punishment, with Yolanda Sargent. I'm singing a hook on there. This plays into like the prison industrial complex and everything that we go through in the street, and concerns to that, how, you know, like we're set up from the beginning and stuff like that. It's very, very deep work, like just across the board here. The next track on here, Brethren, featuring Planet Asia. That's a strong beat. Again, you know, Rasheed Chappell, he just shows that he's just a true student of the game. Planet Asia comes on here. Marvin Gaye, Silk with the taco meat, showing all you haters with the sweat on my face, you on my property. And I'm not saying it in the right beat in the same thing, because I said it was a strong beat, so I just butchered the whole melody involved here. But like, you know, Planet Asia, he don't miss. I'm anticipating his next project's coming out. He also dropped Trust the Train to Chain this year. That, like, you know, I don't want that project to get swept underneath the rug neither. That was a very, very hard project, which I believe Rasheed Chappell actually opened that project up and was the first feature on there. So salute to them on this track. It's good to see like everybody just involved themselves with this project for Rasheed Chappell. Next track on here, Dykeman, featuring the Mussolini. Just, you know, just a another dope track, just like a day in the life type of track, you feel me? On here, Mussolini has dropped a couple of projects himself, and has a project coming out with Planet Asia next month too. So let's all, you know, get in touch and tap into that. Then it's a skit about what happened after Dykeman on here. I thought that was pretty dope. And then it's a track on here, it's called The Blue Hood. All right, and it's a very cinematic beat, and this is Rasheed Chappell being a police officer. So he's putting himself in the shoes of a police officer, and just showing the inherent racism and the thought process involved with these cops that have been being very, very detrimental to our community. I thought that was really dope on here too. CEO Shug, that's just a shout out to his day ones, you feel me? Everybody that he came up with on here. He closes the track out with a track Black Owned. Again, just showing this staying power. Like he is just really, really community conscious, and he spits effortlessly. So I like, this was a really, really dope project. Make sure y'all go and check it out. But I'm about to get out of here as always. I'm Meta Money. You can follow me on IG and Twitter at Meta Money Says. It's MADAMMONEYSAYS. Let me know how you feel about this joint. Let me know what is your favorite track off of this joint and your favorite beat, because this is a legendary producer, BuckWild, who is putting these beats out. So let me know what's your top picks verse-wise, and let me know what's your top picks beat-wise on this project. But as always, I will see you guys around.
Dark matter in the form of a light body.
Want me to simplify it? You cannot harm me. Not here to